I'm Tia Borden with Mining IR, and beside me is Stacey Hope with Women in Mining UK. Stacey, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Now, I don't know much about this organization, so I'm really excited to talk to you. I've been told I should be a part of this organization, which I'm very excited about. So can you tell us a little bit about the UK Women in Mining specifically?
Absolutely. So Women in Mining UK, we're a not-for-profit organization, and we focus on the recruitment and the retention and advancement of women in the industry. And I guess the impetus for that is women represent 8 to 17% of the mining workforce, which is not much. Yeah, absolutely. And in order to really push this narrative of sustainability, COP26 targets, and addressing really major development issues, we need to have a more equitable sector. So that's pretty much what we're about. We're really about advocating gender equity within the industry.
Which is great. Now, why do you think there are so few women in the industry?
There's so many reasons in terms of engaging women, especially young women coming through the pipeline into the sector. We haven't often been the most open. And I think that comes with history and tradition, but by breaking those traditions and really creating new ones that are more opening and welcoming to women and all genders is really what we're advocating for.
And Women in Mining is global, correct?
Absolutely. So we are Women in Mining UK, but we do have a global outreach because we don't really mine in the UK. We do have a few mines, but most of our operations are outside of the UK. And our members are quite interested in having that connectivity with women and organizations across the world. So we connect with all women in mining groups and mining associations, and we've built a strong network through the years, and we're quite proud of it.
Now tell me what you do day to day.
Oh, my day-to-day.
Day-to-day.
Yes. Yeah, so
is this full time for you?
No. So we're all volunteers. No one is paid at Women in Mining UK. We do it for the love.
I hear there's a lot of wine.
There's a lot of wine. In some jurisdictions, there's a lot of rum or tequila. But my day job, so I'm the managing director of Women in Mining UK. We're all volunteers. We have about 42 to 45 volunteers. And in my day job, I actually work mostly in development. I'm a consultant and advisor for the UN and the World Bank, so mostly multilaterals and governments around gender and climate change, specifically in disaster risks. And not just for the mining sector, I do a lot of work in agriculture and water, energy, and now oil and gas, because I'm from Guyana and oil and gas is the major player at the moment. So yes, yeah.
So the majority of members are doing this as something that they can do on the side, correct?
Absolutely. And I don't even think it's on the side. We do it in tandem with our work. We don't necessarily all work in mining, but the work that we do really aligns with Women in Mining, Women in Mining UK's agenda, and I guess the global mining space as well. So we have geologists, we have engineers, but we have anthropologists like myself who really see the value in working with an organization like this.
Now, how connected are you with the other organizations around the globe?
Very connected and various levels of connectivity. Women in Mining UK, because we're one of the oldest organizations, we have worked with many to help them establish. So just to lend some advice whenever asked on how to develop. And in a few days' time, we're off to another conference in Cape Town, to Mining Indaba, where we'll be partnering with Women in Mining South Africa and Women in Mining Business.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about some of the initiatives that you're currently working on?
Absolutely. So one of our major initiatives right now is the 100 Global Inspirational Women in Mining project. I'm going to do a shameless plug because I have our last edition, which is the 2020 book.
Okay, so
And
this is
you
this
go.
is 2020. So this was 2 years ago.
Yes.
And we're on to the second edition.
So this is going to be the fifth edition. We do it every 2 years, and it's about giving visibility to women in the sector. So you asked earlier, why is it that we don't see a lot of women in the sector? And one of those reasons is because we don't have much visibility. We tend to go into sectors where we see representation, and if we don't see representation, then we find that it's not enticing enough to join. So one of the ways in which we hope to draw more young people into the sector and also keep people into the sector is through this initiative. But we have many more. This one is the more pressing one because it's by nominations, no self-nominations, but we close nominations on the 10th of June, and then we pull all the 100 women together in one large celebration in November.
Sounds exciting.
It's going to be great. Lots of wine, as you mentioned, but lots of networking and connectivity and sharing in ways in which we can really develop the sector.
Now, despite the fact that the organization's name is Women in Mining, the organization is open to all genders.
Absolutely. I think it's important that we include everyone in this conversation. I can talk to you and say, oh, it's great to have women in mining, but I need everyone to be aware, and I need everyone to be a part of that conversation. How can we make it a more inclusive, transformative sector that's also quite responsive to the global issues at hand?
Now, Stacey, if someone wants to get involved in the organization, how do they go about it?
So you can visit our website, womeninmining.org.uk, and join. It's free. It's free for everyone. You just fill out a simple form, and voila, there you are.
I think I might be your newest member.
Good.
Thank you so much, Stacey, for joining me today.
Oh, thanks for having us.